Hey, and welcome to IMO, in my opinion, with J&M. John, what's going on, man? Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know.
Are you drunk?
Possibly.
Really? No, you haven't drunk anything yet.
No.
What's going on, man? How are you? Besides the fact that you lost yesterday against me in
I was
in a
just about to say
driving
that
range?
You sucked.
Really?
You sucked so bad.
God.
And you cheated too.
I didn't cheat.
Bro, you only hit him harder because you were using a driver. I was using a 5-iron. And I was right there.
1 second.
Yeah.
Hi, Mari.
Hi.
So Mari's our guest today. She's a friend of Ralphie and me. I said that horribly wrong.
Yeah.
She's been a good friend of ours for a long time. We spent a lot of good time, a lot of good conversations together. So she wanted to be on the show to discuss a few things. But before we get to that, I would love to throw a shout out to Marilyn Vellon, who supplied us with this amazing coquito that she makes, which is freaking amazing. So if you do want to try it, I will leave a link or her information in the description.
Say, she has a link.
I'll leave it in the description. It's amazing stuff. It's really, really good. So how would you say coquito in English? What is it?
Coquito?
No, not that, you idiot.
Know.
Like, what would you say it is? Like eggnog?
Like eggnog.
Like Puerto Rican eggnog?
That's Puerto Rican eggnog.
Yeah, it's
no
fire.
But yeah, with a coconut zing to it.
Yeah, it's amazing. So Mari, how are you? How are you doing?
Good.
Tell everyone about yourself.
What do you want me to talk about?
That's the question that always gets everybody that comes there. Like,
What
what do I say?
Okay. So you know Ralph, right? Did you watch the show last week?
I did.
Did you enjoy it? Did you find it funny?
It was.
Was he very quiet? Did he not speak often enough?
At first, he was quiet.
And that's what's happening right now with you, and it'll be okay. We'll loosen up here. So we spoke a little bit about what you kind of wanted to talk about, and you kind of mentioned relationships, right?
Yeah.
Why do you want to talk about relationships? What's going on with relationships?
Dating, just in general, like.
Dating. John, you did a lot of dating in your youth.
Didn't. Thank God.
I know that was the point. You
ended
really
up with
didn't.
syphilis or something.
You just go off the wall, bro.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
It's my thing.
Let's talk about your dating life. How did it start? What was your first girlfriend, or not girlfriend? Because I don't think you had too many girlfriends, right?
3 short-lived.
Girlfriends, like legit, like Facebook status changing girlfriends. Because that's the only way it's serious
probably
nowadays.
Before Facebook. Was it when?
Mi gente.
MySpace.
Yeah, more like MySpace.
These two are probably like, what the fuck is MySpace? Yeah, MySpace was like Facebook, like before Facebook.
Yeah, there's not much to say.
Did you approach her? Did she approach you? I guess she approached you.
I always get approached for some reason.
Conceited
Girls,
much?
guys, for some reason. I don't know.
You know what? I get
Guys
that too. I get that too.
I've gotten hit on by guys.
Yeah, me
No
too.
way.
Several times.
Me too.
How did they approach you? Like, what was their line?
I was working at Payless, and some guy goes, "Hey, you got a nice ass," and I was like, "Okay, what do you want me to do with that information?" I mean,
At least that
whatever.
wasn't too bad. Mine's were worse. My experiences were worse. So like, I used to date a girl that was bi, right? And her best friend was gay, right? And I didn't have a problem. It's whatever, right? But we used to go to a lot of parties together. We were young. We were like in our early 20s or whatever. And we would go to a lot of these parties, and these parties were like a lot of gay people, right? Which is cool, whatever. I'm cool with it. But because I was with a girl, I didn't care. But the moment this girl would go to the bathroom or something, holy shit, was it like open season? Like, I had to, at some point, post myself up against a wall so I could make sure everyone's in front of me. Because it was just like, they would just surround you and they would try to dance with you. And I mean, Mari, when I tell you, you know how we all have this kind of this idea of what a gay guy would kind of be? Like, we think of him being very flamboyant or whatever. But no. These were like the thuggest, gangster looking dudes. I mean, straight up hood gayish. I mean, I don't want to say gay as shit, but really, 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 really like super gay. And I'm like, I mean, it's cool, but I was like, holy
What do you
shit.
mean thuggish?
Like, I mean, like if
they
Biggie
look
Smalls,
Like
like Biggie Smalls, Tupac-ish, gay.
I'm picturing
Like, legit.
somebody going up to you and saying, "Hey, vato, want to make out?"
Yeah, but what did
Some
they say
crazy
to you?
shit.
Well,
like
you know,
that.
they would talk. They would obviously they would know that. I mean, they would see that I was with a girl, and they'd like that's the first question. The first question is, "So you with that girl?" Yeah, and then you know, they oh okay. So you ever think about this? Or think about? I'm like, no, thank you.
I don't believe that for a second.
I'm dead serious, bro. I'm dead serious. And I mean, we would even go a lot to like Boytown. We would go to Boytown, which was cool because again, I was with a girl. But it was like if you went there, bro,
Yeah, I'd
I
get
think
assaulted.
they'll start
for
throwing
sure.
dollar bills at you, bro.
Groped and
I'll take
everything.
it. Well,
Oh, let me
minus
tell you
the
something.
groping.
Let me tell you something, man. Let me ask you a question. I probably asked you this before. I feel like we had a conversation about this before. Why is this such a double standard? Okay, so if a girl declines a guy to dance, right? That's to be expected, right? But why is it if a girl asks a guy to dance and we say no, why is it a big show? Do girls
Show
just
how?
okay? So like back in my youth, right? Back in the day, I used to go to Volcan a lot, right? I talk about that place a lot. So I would say no to a lot of girls. A lot of girls would ask me to dance, and I would say no. And they'd be like, "Oh, you must be conceited. Oh, fuck you." And this. All I said was no. Like, is that for like? Does it have to be this big of a show? Apparently, the people upstairs didn't get my memo that said,
I was
"Turn off your
waiting for you to
goddamn
say.
phones." You get what I'm saying? Like, it's weird, and I mean, John, you've never experienced that, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This
Like, is it
fucking
weird?
guy.
Why is it so hard for a girl to get rejected?
I mean,
Is it hard?
no, because if they told me no, then all right.
Are you aggressive?
You
In
know
that
what?
way?
When I was younger, no, I would have never gone up to a guy to ask me to dance.
Why not?
I would be that girl that wanted to dance, but I'd be standing just.
But why?
hoping
I've always
that
wondered
somebody
why.
would come and
That's
ask me.
odd.
What's
But
on?
now, I mean, now it's a whole different ballgame.
Well, I'm a little bit more old school. The guy always goes up to the girl and asks.
Yeah.
Which is how it should have been before, but now it's not.
You know what?
like
But I there's something about a girl asking a guy like not it's not common. Obviously, I don't stand behind that. But like, it's almost attractive in a way. It shows that she
She's down.
takes risks.
Yeah.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's interesting to me. When if a girl asks me to dance, it's like, okay, cool. I might say no though, but it's cool.
So let me ask you this though:
What's
all
up?
those girls that would ask you, why did you say no?
You know what? I was really picky on how they danced.
You know, and I was gonna say that I was like, right, because you.
I mean, but
had
you know,
already
you
seen
know
they
that
couldn't
because we go we've danced a bunch of times before when we were younger. But I'm really picky because like I don't want to look stupid, right? I'm very
Right.
conscious about what we look like on the dance floor. So like if I'm watching you dance bachata and you dance like Jonathan, I'm not gonna ask you.
What is going on here?
It's pick on you day, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Damn.
it's one. I mean, and I'm pretty sure you kind of agree. Like if you see someone who dances some bomb ass bachata in the same style that you do it,
I'm gonna want to dance.
yeah, you're down, right? But if it's
yeah.
someone that dances like they have no idea what the fuck they're doing, if they
But
ask
if
you,
they
like,
ask me, I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna make them look good.
dude, I'll be one of those. If it just don't click, I'll be like,
That's enough, and just shove her in the face.
That's worse, isn't it? Like you'd be like, hey, they're calling me. I gotta go. You know, that's worse, I think. But
Makes sense.
relationships. Did you finish your story, John, about your 3 girlfriends?
I
Or was
mean,
that
there's
it?
no story to them.
So what would you do? Would you go out? How would you wine and dine?
Not
them?
really, because I didn't have a car. 2 of them were in.
You weren't in the Omni with the bucket seats
Ni-
yet?
No. No, I think it was like pre-car, and then there was like a couple in between, like my marriage, but there wasn't too many, like girlfriend.
Mari, your relationships. Let's go into that.
I don't have one.
You don't have one? One? It's got to be one. You can
had
tell about
some.
anything
No,
you want. If you want to talk about how bad men are and blah blah blah. Spill
Let's
your
not
guts.
start
Spill
that.
your guts. Don't worry about him. I'll
Let's
take
not
care.
start what?
Go ahead.
Bashing guys.
No, I don't.
We could bash
you know what?
guys.
No, I'm not
No,
a.
go ahead.
We're
I don't
fucking
bash
jerks.
guys.
We're fucking
I don't
jerks
bash-
sometimes.
I just there's things that I don't understand.
We're
Maybe you
here
guys could
to
clear it up for
yeah.
me.
Ask your question. I will answer.
Okay, let me see.
We're only an hour
Okay.
show though. So.
Why is it hard for guys to? Okay, let's say you're talking to a girl, right? And you're just the chemistry's there in the beginning. You're all into it, and then you're just like, why can't you just? Why do guys ghost?
John,
Why
I'll
can't
let you
guys just
take
say,
that one.
"Listen,
I'll
I'm
answer.
not
Go ahead,
feeling
John.
it."
Go ahead.
Like I don't understand.
Hypothetically, what have we done? Like, have we
Okay,
been
so I'm gonna.
intimate or is just
Okay, so I'm gonna give you an
talking?
example. Something
Okay.
that happened to me.
Okay.
Just gonna put my story out there. So
There's only 38 viewers. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll get around. If you tag me on this video, my friends are gonna see this. So I was talking to this guy. We established from the beginning what it was.
Okay.
He didn't want anything serious, so it was whatever. But even for that, he like ghosted. Like I don't get it. Just say I'm not feeling it, or hey, I met somebody else. Or and here's the kicker for you: 5 months go by, and then look who's calling again. Why?
That always
Why do
happens,
guys
though.
do that? I don't understand it.
John, go ahead.
Please enlighten
Go
me.
first.
And this is
I need a drink.
nothing about you. I think guys get bored kind of like faster than women do. And it's not to say that it's I don't know.
There's nothing
It's
wrong
like-
with that, but my problem is why
Aren't
can't
they
say
upfront
it?
about it?
Because guys
it.
don't like to make girls feel bad.
That's bullshit.
I don't think that's
Yeah,
true. I think
that's
that's the
true
second
for
time
mo-
I've ever heard you say that. and
We're not all
I'm
like
gonna
you.
call it.
We're not all.
Okay,
like
listen,
you.
I'm gonna give you what I
Fucking
think.
assholes.
No, it's not about being an
Yeah,
asshole.
yeah,
I'm gonna
it
tell you what I
is.
think it is. I agree with you. Guys get bored. Guys get bored faster than girls would, I guess.
You're not
Now-
gonna sit here and tell me that you've told a girl, "No, I'm not feeling it. You go your way, I'll go mine."
I have.
Really?
I can picture
have.
Miguel doing it.
I have.
know.
Not often, but more often than not. I don't want to say I've ghosted on people, but I've distanced myself.
Why? But
Okay.
But did you tell her
That's ghosting.
it's ghosting?
No,
But
well, I
did
mean,
you
I
tell
was
her?
tell
See,
her.
here's the thing. I've been told, well, if it's you guys aren't official, they don't owe you the explanation. No, I don't care. I've invested time.
I don't think that's fair. Yeah,
so
I don't
you
think
need
that's
to
fair.
give me an explanation why you're cutting me off.
Yeah,
Point
I
blank.
can agree with you. I think again, like with me, I get bored relatively quickly. That's my biggest problem since I was a kid. There's only been a few in my life that held my attention for longer than a month or whatever, right? I think the reason a lot of guys don't do that, why they don't explain it, is, I mean, for one, it depends on how controlling and dominant they are in the relationship. So, like, if if the guy knows he got it,
But okay, we're gonna say it's not a relationship; it's the situationship.
yeah, but somebody's still okay in the situation in the agreement, right? If someone's the boss and someone else is an employee, right? Because let's just use those terms, right? If the guy is running the company, right? He knows that he can get it back whenever he wants, quote unquote. I'm just using it as a theory. I'm not using your situation. So when a guy knows that, a guy can go and leave and come back. It's not a big deal.
But why? Explain it to me. Why do they do that? If you're bored, you probably found another one. Why would you want to go back to the old one?
Because
it didn't work
okay,
out?
because I think
Probably.
here's nobody leaves a situation that they're in unless they have something better.
Right.
And then when that better one goes away, because that probably means he was dominant with that person, and then when he went somewhere else, she controlled that situation.
dominant
She
with
probably
him.
ghosted his ass, and
Okay.
he just ran right back. I mean, I don't agree with it, but I think that's probably why. I think guys get bored and move on, and then when that doesn't work out, they just move back. Really? On camera?
She's drunk. She's drunk.
She's drunk. Grab her keys. Never bringing her back.
Can you cut that out?
and then you suggested we should do this on Facebook Live. Good Lord.
Good point.
I don't know. Guys are weird. I mean, I've done it. I'm guilty of it.
They're
But
just
I've always laid my groundwork though.
Guys are just pussies.
Now let me
I'm
ask you
just gonna
something.
say it.
No, I agree.
No.
Yes.
Hold on.
See, we're starting with a bashing, and she's agreeing. No,
Listen.
they're
No,
not.
it's not bashing. I'm speaking from experience. And every single one cannot own his game or I'm a man and just say, listen, I'm not feeling it anymore. I've lost interest. I'm going to respect them so much more if you tell me how it is.
Yeah,
Versus
but guys
you ghosting
don't.
me.
Guys don't like that type
Pussies.
of confrontation.
Pussies.
What's the worst thing you've done? Because I've got a
I'm sorry. Repeat the question. I was doing something. I'm sorry.
What's like the worst thing
I've done to a
as
girl?
far as like ghosting or just like something like that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not that bad of a
I
person
was
though.
just going to say, has it been
I
that
am.
I'm
bad?
not-
I think
I don't
I'm
care.
worse than you then.
You probably are. Oh no, I know. I got it. If you want to talk about ghosting.
Okay.
Holy crap. And rightfully so. She deserved this and I hope she sees it and she knows that I did it. So a long time ago, I started talking to some girl, right? And this was just a, mess around thing,
Situationship.
I was in a bad spot in my life.
As
She
opposed
was
to
money
now.
hungry. She was money hungry, right? So every day it was like, oh, let's go get this to eat or whatever. And I'm cool because I'm a man, right? I'll pay, no problem, right? But like, if I don't even see you remotely even thinking about putting something into the whatever we're buying, I'm gonna start to be like, okay, I don't got no problem paying, but like, I like when a girl says, you got it, are we okay? We're good? Like, even once in a while. Not the first 5 times we go out, but on like the 6th time, if she don't even try to buy a coffee, then, we, whatever. So I knew this girl was into money, right? She just wanted money or to go out and wine and dine or whatever. So one day we go to see a movie. I forgot what movie. It was some Mark Wahlberg movie. And we went to the theater in Melrose Park, the one on North Avenue. Cinemark. We went to Cinemark Theater on 1st and North Avenue. And we're watching this movie. The movie started. And she goes, oh, you should get me Starbucks. Because there was a Starbucks like down the street. And I'm like, the movie started. And she's like, I don't care. You should really go get me Starbucks.
She wanted you to leave the theater to go get her
Yeah.
Starbucks and come.
So I was blown away. So you know what I did?
The audacity.
I told her, yeah, I'll go get you one. So I left. And I went home. And I left her there.
No, you
I swear to God.
didn't.
Swear to God. I don't know how she got home. I don't care. She lucky she didn't live too far from that theater, but I left her there. I went home, bro. I'm like, fuck this. The fuck do I look like?
Mine's is like kind of the same.
Fuck that.
Remember that? I'm not gonna say a name, but remember that girl from church? I went out with her
And it was
one
a church
time.
girl?
Yeah.
Oh, the church girls are horrible, bro. Let me tell you. Go ahead.
So
Continue.
this was supposed to be our second date, and she wanted to meet up. Her friend was gonna drop her off at a parking lot, so we can. She was gonna meet up with me, and we were gonna go watch a movie or something. And I'm a very
classic
punctual person. Like,
Yes, you are.
Beyond punctual.
Except today, you were 5 minutes late.
No, 5
Continue.
minutes
Continue.
early.
Continue.
And we said we were gonna meet up like at 7:30. Here it is, 7:32. I'm like, oh no,
She stood you up.
this ain't happening. No. So I gave her 3 more minutes and I booked. She was 5 minutes.
3 minutes?
So
God, that's a
I don't stand for that. If you tell me you're gonna be there at 7:30, you better be there at 7:30.
so wait, how late was she? 7.
Who knows? I didn't stay. I took off.
never
and
talked to her
I
after
didn't-
that?
She called me like 3 or 4 times, and I never answered the phone. And I said, "Fuck it."
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of fucked up. The awkward part came like 2 weeks later when I saw her in church. So yeah,
me knowing you did nothing. You just sat in your pew and just stayed quiet. Didn't look at nobody.
I stayed as far away as I possibly
Let me
could.
just tell you, God doesn't like ugly.
I mean, church girls. Do I really want to go into that?
No,
No.
no, you don't.
No.
Stop.
No, I'm not talking about. I don't want to
Stop.
talk about the religious part. I was just about
Okay.
the girls, the actual girls, right?
I've heard they're the worst.
They're like the closet freaks. Like they say one thing. Well, the majority of them, not the majority. Let me not the minority of them. Right?
I will say my sisters are the
example?
that people should follow. Yes.
Really? Okay.
Oh, okay.
They weren't like that.
Oh,
They weren't out
my
there.
sisters weren't either. My sisters are probably more of an example than yours. Probably.
Yeah, I guess.
But
Oh.
that's neither here nor there.
So you would agree with me then? I
That
need
men
you
are
to hear you
pussies and
say
men.
it, John.
Yeah,
Say it.
yeah. I don't like confrontation. I don't want to
But
make a
it's
girl
not
cry.
confrontation. Just say, listen.
So you
I'm
wanted
not-
me to stay in that parking lot,
No.
waited till she came and said, I mean, I don't stand for people who aren't punctual and then take off on her.
No, what you could
would
have said is, listen.
You wanted me to get her Starbucks? Is that
I
what you're telling me?
I rather her think that
Okay,
I
let me
died in a
finish
car
this
crash
first.
or something. That'd
That's
be
horrible.
better.
No, listen.
Yeah.
You didn't have to wait. But when she called you, answer and be like, listen.
No, I can't.
I didn't like.
can't.
I don't like to be kept waiting.
No, he's not. He's
so
never
this
gonna
is
do
not
that.
gonna happen.
He's
And that's
never
it.
gonna do that.
Howard,
He's never gonna do
back
it.
to your Starbucks.
Yeah.
I
No, I agree with. But going home, no, I wouldn't have gone home. I would have told her, listen, I'm not gonna go get your Starbucks. I'm not leaving the theater. So we
You're
will
such
finish
a
the movie,
pussy.
and then when you finish the movie, then you don't ever call her again.
Yeah, Michael.
I don't know. I thought that was the right decision.
I think so too.
Or, of course, you guys would.
Hey, but in my defense, she never called back. I never
She
called
never
her.
reached
So
out?
no,
But she knew she was wrong because I would have never done that either.
she probably did it. She probably caught a ride with some other guy who probably bought her Starbucks. I don't know. She was one of those. I kid you not. She was one of those. Those little.
Those don't matter then.
They're just trying to have some fun. I don't know. Girls are confusing sometimes to me
How?
too. Cause girls are just as guilty with the same thing.
Okay,
I like how she
And I-
says.
and I
I like
think
how
girls
she
are
says
worse.
how, and she knows exactly
no,
how.
no,
Because you're a woman.
I
you know.
am not. Listen, I am. Before, yes, shy, not blunt, probably a pussy too. Now, I am very blunt. I don't have time for games. Either you tell me you're interested, you're not. Come on, don't waste my time.
That
Yeah,
all
but
women-
I mean,
waste
how-
my
women
time.
How
do
many
is
years?
play
How many
games.
years did it take you to get to get to that point? How old are you now? I mean, I'm
Really?
sorry, you're 22.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're all roughly
I'm
the same age.
36. I'm
Okay, so we're all
36. I'm
the
proud
same
of
age.
my age.
So let's be real. I mean, we don't expect this behavior when we're 20, 21, 22.
See,
we do that now
But you know
as
what?
adults.
I didn't do. So my issue now is I had my kids at 21. I was just telling John about that. So I didn't get to do the whole dating scene because I had my kids young. My kids are 14 now, and it's so funny because my friends are like, "You're a late bloomer," because now is when I'm trying to date, and you get all these guys that just play these games and go, speak up, like, and then it's crazy to me.
No.
What?
He's like, well, what?
No, go ahead.
It's just crazy to me because, and it's guys my age or older. Like, I don't understand. You would think that the older, the wiser, the more
You would think
blunt.
that.
Yeah, but clearly,
How many kids do you have, Mari?
I have two. I have twins,
You have 2 kids. Now, okay?
and they're girls. By the way.
Let's use John as an example. Let's pretend he's not married, but he has 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Does that change the situation for a woman?
If the guy has kids,
Yes.
So you asking if I didn't have kids and the guy did?
No. Yeah, whatever. Let's just say the person you're trying to get with has kids. Does that change the situation a bit?
Honestly,
Like in your head?
It
I mean-
might have when I was in my 20s because I really want to be a stepmom?
No.
But I'm 36 now, so it's like I'm not looking to date you for 6 months and then next bored. No, I'm ready to settle down. So
So it
no, it
wouldn't
wouldn't
bother
be an
you.
issue for me.
Now, would it have bothered you back when you were younger?
I wouldn't have even wasted your time though. That's the thing. Do you get what I'm saying? And it goes back to the same thing. If it would have been an issue for me, I wouldn't have even led you on to make you think that, oh yeah, no, listen, I don't want to be a stepmom, so I'm just gonna keep it
Okay,
going.
I get it. I was just asking because I'm like, I think with guys or like with me, and don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with women who have kids. Now, if you have a half a football team, then we have a fucking problem. That's not my first choice, right?
You know what? I've heard that.
It's not my first choice. I will make an exception, right? Depending on the relationship, right? But if I was younger, that would throw a curveball too.
Right, of
That would be
course.
like, oh, she has kids. I'm not gonna take this seriously because if first of all, we're about the same age. If we're in our early 20s, that's definitely to me that just in throws red flags of baby daddy drama, this and this. Do I gotta worry about this guy coming back into the picture, her cheating on me with him, that type of bullshit. So like when I was young, that really wasn't my thing. But then again, I didn't really take a lot of girls seriously. But what I mean is like those are one of those things. Those are one of those things that I think also influence
Okay,
guys'
but
situations.
now that you're in your 30s,
That's hard to say too because I haven't really put myself out there that much anymore. But would it affect me now if I met a girl that had kids, multiple kids,
let's say two.
two kids? In a way, yes. It would also depend on their age. Like there's a lot of factors to it. But again, and this is probably good that there's a lot of factors that are in play for me to actually pick someone I want to date because you should be picky, right? You should be picky. You shouldn't just go with anyone.
So
Right?
I'm assuming
you're
you
not
don't want to
gonna-
raise toddlers, right?
No,
Or
you know
somebody
what? I
else's
rather that.
toddlers.
I rather that
Really?
than
Yeah.
have than have older kids, and I'll tell you why.
Holy shit.
Older kids know,
Why?
but older kids know. So older
know
kids,
what?
if you have a teenager that's in high school, right? That kid knows you're in here to smash his mom. He knows that shit, right? He knows what's going on. He ain't stupid. He ain't stupid. That's kind of awkward. Can you imagine walking around the hallway or you're there and he's there and he's like, he just comes out of nowhere. So you tapping my mom, bro? How you gonna answer that, bro?
Okay, but
Say that.
Come on.
yeah, how many?
So
That's awkward to
you
me.
would rather be like their father figure because if
Sure.
you're
So
raising
when-
them,
yeah, that's
You want to
different.
change diapers and potty train and all that.
I can deal with that.
Okay.
Mind you, I haven't dealt with it, but
no, you can't. I've done it. You
you're
can't.
not me, John.
Let's put it to the test.
You're not me. We're all different people.
Yeah, I know I'm not you. I can tolerate that. You can't. You're not that type of guy. Trust me. I
feel like
when
you would
you
surprise
have your
us.
kid, she's gonna be doing
Dude,
90% of the work.
John.
Oh, but it's
John.
different with his own versus somebody else's.
John.
I feel like that's
Let me tell you something. I am definitely more willing to do things than you are.
What do you mean? I've done everything.
No. And just in general. I mean, in our personalities, how we do things, I'm willing to go farther than you. So how would I not be willing to change diapers if you are? I would definitely do that if I have to. Is it my first choice? No. Would I just
I don't
grab
know.
the baby and dip them in some water and that's it? Like in the old Full House episode? Sure. Fan the fanny. I'll do that. But I mean, I think I'm pretty sure I would do it. And like she said, if it's my own, it's a different story. But even if it wasn't, if I had to do it, you got to do it. You got to do it. But in my opinion, again, I rather little kids because then you don't have that awkward phase so much of, oh, why are you trying to be my dad? Blah, blah, blah. From a little kid, from when they're born, they already have this idea that they're you're a stepfather. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's already established versus you're coming in out of nowhere and, oh, who the fuck are you to tell me this? Or blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's an awkward stage. And that only gets worse as they get older.
But I feel like that also, it's how they're raised. Like, my kids are not like that. I mean, granted, I'm not gonna lie. I've never brought a guy around my kids. I've raised my kids by myself. They're 14. So to me, it's like, my kids know. I don't care whether it's my friend. They know I go out on dates. I don't lie to my kids. You know what she tells me? One of my daughters, she's like, just make sure they don't break your heart. Like,
Oh,
the fact that, my 14-year-old
that's-
is telling me this,
That's deep.
it's like, wow.
That's deep.
So I don't think my kids would be that, oh, you're not my dad, or
Well, who knows? I mean, it depends. You'll never see that until the day he has to, like, correct them or something. That's going to be the day where, like, oh, don't fucking tell me what to do. You ain't my dad. You know what I'm saying? That's going to come out somewhere. Somewhere down the line, that's going to come out
might not.
somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
possible, I don't know.
I mean, I'm
I'm
not saying
I'm
your girls are
50-50 with that.
probably amazing, but at some point they're gonna be pissed off to the point where that's gonna slip out of somewhere. But I may be wrong. I don't know. Relationships have always been pretty hard for me.
Dating's hard.
I don't want
I
to
can't even
date
get
now.
to the relationship because I can't get.
I don't
past
want to
dating.
date. Do you want to date? I don't even want to. Can we just fast forward through this shit? Like
So what?
to the point where we're together already. Like
Like, you're
I
married
don't want to
already?
go through that process of, hi, huh, what's your name? Can I buy you a drink? Can we just get married now?
See, but that's what I'm saying. Times have changed. I can't. I've tried dating and it's like, I'm telling you, my friends are like, you're a late bloomer. That's the problem. I'm a late bloomer.
John didn't bloom
How did it not bloom?
because John dated 3 girls and then got married, and his whole dating thing was probably all together with all his girlfriends that he's ever had in his life was probably less than a month and a half all together before he got
are
married.
you
More than
religious?
that. Huh?
Are you religious?
Yeah.
So did you meet your wife in church?
No.
No? Oh, okay. I was just curious.
No.
How did you meet your wife, John?
You want to go through this?
I don't know.
Well, it's not a long.
It's not that long of a
It's-
story. It's not like the families are so far apart.
My sister got married to her husband, and her husband is my wife's. Wait, I just confused myself.
He's married to
Sorry.
his sister's husband's sister.
Does that
Wait.
make sense?
So you're
My
married?
brother-in-law is
His wife's
Bro-
sister. Yes,
yeah.
yes.
I think we got it.
So his
Okay.
sister's husband is his wife's
It's
sister.
like a fucking IQ test.
Does that
or
make sense?
something. I
So
don't know
him
what's
and
going
his sister are brothers and sisters, and their husband and wives are brothers and sisters
Oh,
with them.
okay. That's what I
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That wasn't that complicated.
It
all.
sounded like it was.
It was
I-
at first.
You took the easy way out, bro. I'm just kidding.
What does that mean?
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Okay,
You
so-
dated your sister's husband's sister. That's the easy way.
Yeah,
I'm just
right?
kidding. I'm kidding. It's the easy way out. Whatever.
Yeah, so we met, and then like, what? 6 months later, we were married. Something
Yeah.
like that? Yeah. It was
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Still upset
Wow.
about that because I wasn't
6
in the wedding,
months?
fucker. Did you know that this man, I've known him my whole life, and he didn't put me in his wedding? Did
But you
know
were
that?
invited.
Are you sure?
I was pissed off.
But were you invited?
Was I invited?
Were you there?
Of course I was invited.
So what's
but
the big
no,
deal?
no, 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 no,
You wanted to be the best man.
no, 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 no. I wanted to be in it. I was
You wanted to
mad.
be the best man.
And you know who he picked?
Who?
He picks a bunch of guys that don't even talk to him anymore. It's fucked up.
I will
And
say
one
this,
of them is his cousin.
they are all family. They were all family.
Eric wasn't. Oh,
So
Eric
you-
wasn't on it. Who was?
No,
who
no,
who
he
are your
wasn't.
guys? It was his brother.
Aaron, David.
You picked
his
David over
brother.
me? I forgot. Holy shit. And you know what the excuse he told me? He goes, I don't know if you could have afforded the tux.
I don't think I said that. You always say that. I don't think I.
Dude, that's what
Those
you told
words
me, bro.
did not come out of my mouth.
That's what you told me, bro.
Are you
Might
sure?
have tweaked them a little.
Fucked up, bro. That's fucked up, right? That's fucked up, right? All right.
I
I'm
don't
not
think
the
it's
only
that
one.
bad. I wasn't in my best friend's bridal party.
You weren't? You didn't find that offensive? Not even a little bit?
And we've been best
Yeah.
friends since high
I
school.
mean, a
This is
little
my
bit.
kid's
Stop
godmother
getting
now.
so emotional.
I'm not I'm over it, bro. I just like bringing it up because it's funny. I don't know. You're not going to be in my
If
wedding anyways.
and when. Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to get fucking married anyways.
What do you mean?
I don't either.
I'm going to tell you, if I get married at this age right now, honestly, I don't want a wedding.
With the
I
shit
rather
show of
just,
dating, like,
I
I
rather
agree
just
with you.
have, I
You
rather
know
have
what?
a.
It sounds like you used to want a lot of the same things, so you might as well get together and get married. Because what the
Yeah,
hell?
it's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Listen,
Miguel's like a brother.
listen,
When it comes to him and Ralph, they're like brothers. to me.
listen. I don't want a wedding, right? Unless she wants a wedding, then fine. But if we agree, I rather just have a fucking party, right? Have a bunch because that's what it is. What's a fucking wedding? Let's be realistic. What is a wedding?
What the-
A wedding is a religious ceremony just for everyone to fucking approve that you're
It
married.
doesn't have to be religious because
It has to be religious because that's the whole wedding is in a freaking church 90%
Yeah, I
of the
get
time.
what you're saying.
So why not do that? Have like a 20-minute ceremony, get it done.
Call it a day.
Sure.
Just go to
and
City
then
Hall.
Or
have
why don't
a
I? That's what I was about to say.
reception.
Why don't I just go to City Hall,
No,
get married because that's the
no.
actual marriage part,
You're gonna
right?
break your mom's heart.
No,
Come
listen,
on.
listen. Let me break something down to you. A religious ceremony means nothing. Okay, you can get married in a church and you're not fucking married. You're not. You have to go to City Hall. So I'd rather go to City Hall and pay whatever that fee is, save that money, go throw a party, and then take a mean ass trip.
I wouldn't even want to do the party.
I would do the party just because everybody wants to fucking have a drink.
I don't want to do
Whatever.
I would want to just Go on
But
a
I'd
trip
rather save.
and
I'd
just
rather
take
save the money.
and buy a house.
What's the point at this age? It was like when my father got married, and I'm not saying my father. My father did what he did, and that's his choice. No big deal. But when he told me he was gonna get married, he was gonna have the whole show again, right? The whole thing. And I'm like, dude, what? I mean, in my head, I didn't tell him because that's my dad. I'd be like, why wouldn't you save them? At this point, it doesn't really matter. You know what I'm saying? And he's older.
I
He's
get
twice.
that,
He's
but
twice my age,
It's
and I'm like,
his second marriage, and I get why you would not want to do that second time around, but it's gonna be your first, man. Come on, it's
no, I get it, but it's not like I'm. First of all, I'm not religious for one, so it really doesn't. The whole religious thing doesn't necessarily ring a bell for me, right? It's something I would do if she's religious. I would do it for her if she wanted to do it.
Is she religious?
She's Catholic, but it's not like she's super religious either.
Wait.
We'll talk about that later.
You're gonna have to.
We'll talk about that later. We'll get there. We'll get there. Again, if that's something she would want to do,
You know,
I'm
that's
down
something
for it.
She's gonna want to do.
and that's okay. I'm not gonna try to
So you're
convince
gonna
her
do
not
it.
to.
So stop saying you're not gonna do it.
Are we talking about what I want or what she wants?
You're just gonna do it.
At the end of the day, it is what she wants.
Yeah.
But this is my point. If she's not big on
Are
it,
you gonna ghost her?
yeah, just drive right off.
Or-
You're gonna hear my freaking car just drive off. Again,
I'll be your getaway
Listen,
driver. I'll
listen.
be right in front
You're not
of
even
the church
invited.
doors.
I will be the
What?
snitch.
Listen.
I will tell her where to find your ass. Don't play with me.
Listen, again, I would rather take a mean ass trip to like Cancun or to Hawaii or whatever the fuck
You
and
can
take a
throw
week extra.
party and then do that.
You're right, but that's if I'm doing a wedding is not just a party. A party is anywhere. Everybody can go dressed in jeans and whatever they have. They don't have to rent tuxes or whatever. We don't have to go through all that process. We don't have to rent a chapel or a church or whatever. Pay someone to marry us, blah blah blah, or whatever. We don't got to do all that. That's a lot of money saved. I'd rather just all right. We're all gonna meet up at Doc Ryan's. We're gonna rent the upstairs. We're gonna get fucked up, right? And then I ain't gonna see you guys for a month because now I can afford a month vacation. I'd rather do that.
To me.
Exactly. It sounds so much better.
I'm sure
I
you're.
wouldn't want to even do that though.
Huh?
Just go on the trip.
Yeah, she don't want to do nothing.
I don't even want
My
to do
God.
that.
No, I know, but I'm just saying
Just go on the
if
trip and buy a house with the rest of the money.
damn,
at the end of
how
the day-
much were you
because-
planning on spending on that wedding? You could buy a fucking house
I mean-
with it. God
I know.
damn.
I mean, at the end of the day, what the party is.
$100,000,
The party is a
$200,000.
fashion show. Everybody.
It
puts
is a
on-
fucking
it's a
show.
fashion
That's
show.
what it is.
To
It's
me,
not for
I've
us.
always
Yeah, it
thought-
is. I want to look good for your wedding.
I've honestly always thought that.
I
You
can
see
never
that? He
dress
made
up.
it about him.
money.
You saw how he made it about him.
I never get a
He
chance
wants to look good.
Give me a
for my
reason to
wedding.
dress up.
I-
To wear some super tight fucking pants.
You do that now, bro. You
I?
Jesus Christ. The last time we went to a wedding, your freaking shirt was like skin tight. It was fucking part of you, literally. How did you get it off?
I
You have
cut
to
it
like
off.
spray yourself with WD-40
Kinda
or
did
some
like
shit.
A Hulk, like a,
Just rip the shit.
Yeah.
It's a one-time use.
Yeah.
Again, listen. Weddings are cool, and if it's something that she wants, it's fine. But if she is on the fence about it too, I'm gonna say, look, we don't need to have a wedding. We could be married without having a wedding. How is that difficult? Again, the religious part, the wedding is fucking meaningless. It is fucking meaningless. It is a show for other people to say, "Oh, look, they're married. They can have sex now." That's what it fucking means. I hate to break it to you.
And I spent $300 on this dress for the wedding. Because that's really what a lot of people do. They spend all. It's a fashion
Yeah,
show.
it is. It is. I mean, I don't remember. I haven't
And
been.
then how much you're gonna pay per plate per person?
Yeah, that's a lot of money. Let's just go to
That's what I'm
Doc Ryan's.
Make
Fuck
it
it.
BYOB.
You can get a fucking Blue Moon for $350.
Your own-
Fuck, bring your own booze. Bring bottles of coquito all day, bro.
You know what's cheaper now though? Destination weddings.
Is it?
It
For
is.
who? You're gonna
I mean, if
fly
you think
people
about
out
it,
to the
no,
Dominican
because
Republic?
you're not. I'm not gonna fly you out.
Fly yourself.
It's exactly. And think about it. How many people actually want to take the trip?
Not that many are actually gonna go.
So
You save money.
So you save money.
Yeah.
Destination.
I can see that.
are cheaper.
Destination wedding.
I can see
Michael
that.
Rivera.
First
Where's
of
it
all,
gonna
that's
be
not
at?
my legal name, but okay.
Miguel.
There you go.
I don't know, what is it?
Miguel.
Destination weddings are in right now.
Inglewood. That way nobody's.
Oh shit, we need police escorts and all that. Hell no.
Seriously.
I don't know, man. Weddings weddings to me, I mean, they're cool. Like if it means something to you, fine. I mean, there's people that hold that close. Like, you have to get married. You have to go through the church and blah blah blah. I get it, but like to me personally, I don't. I can. If we do it, we do it. If not, if we just want to go to City Hall, we go to City Hall.
Okay,
At the end of the day, what matters? City Hall matters,
I'll
right?
be real with you. I didn't want to do that whole thing.
I was
but
just gonna ask you.
I ended up enjoying it. So I mean, I
So
think,
looking back on it now, would you do it again?
yeah, for sure.
And that's cool. That's cool. I'm not saying it's not fun or it's not enjoyable. I'm not saying that. I'm saying what would be more enjoyable for me, in my perspective, is going on a trip than spending a day with people I'm gonna see for the rest of my life, probably. Dress up like flamingos, and this one dressing like a superhero with skin tights.
Hulk.
You know, I'd rather just have a good time. If we want to have a good time, let's go somewhere, and that's it. We call it a night.
Fucking party.
It is a fucking party, isn't it?
What?
Just saying. I mean, first of all, if I
She's
did
gonna
have,
make you
I'll tell you
go.
what though. I will tell you what, man. If I did have a wedding, you know what I would imply
I
in
better
my
get an
wedding?
invite, that's
Of
all
course
I'm
you are.
saying.
You know what I would imply? I would be one of the first wedding I ever went to. It would be a karaoke wedding. Everybody can just karaoke all they want. That's so much fun, especially when you're drunk.
I was just gonna say, but we
wrong
gotta be
with you?
drunk.
Oh hell yeah, hell yeah! But that would be fun because it's interactive. People make fools of themselves or whatever. And you know how everybody does like the cha-cha slide and all that shit, right?
Yeah,
What are we doing, bachata?
No. I got something better. I got a bachata plan. Don't worry about it. You ever remember watching Grease, the movie with John Travolta? Please tell me you've seen Grease.
Don't tell me a flash mob.
It's a you know what movie I'm talking about, right? It's an old the old movie where they're dancing a lot and singing.
Yeah.
Well, there's a song that they do in the gym. It's called Born to hand jive, right? They do a little hand jive. I want to do that. That's what I want to do.
Really?
Yeah, because it's different.
Okay.
But
I
then-
changed my mind. Don't have a party. I'm not gonna go.
I was just saying, John's not gonna go.
But then I have a bachata thing too, because I want to dance to Superhero from Romeo Santos.
Okay.
Obviously,
Yeah.
I'm a superhero fan, right? And then at the end, I want them to open my shirt, and then I have my Spider-Man thing underneath or whatever. Of course, you know, I'm creative
So
that
you're
way,
gonna be-
or
Well, I
copycat
am
that way.
looking forward to your wedding.
If it ever happens, we'll see. We'll see if we get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay.
What about your wedding? No.
I've never been that girl that's like, oh my god, I want the big white dress and a huge.
You don't want
So
the
I
old
can't even
Cadillac driving you there?
That's the dating part.
I'm telling you, right?
So I'm just like, I'm good. I'm 36. I feel like, really, do I need that? Let's say I did meet somebody.
But that's
okay?
another thing. That's what I'm
Let's
trying to
say
tell
I did
John. Like,
meet
we're
somebody.
old already. I mean, we're not old. But it's not like we're 18 and we're like, I can't wait to be married.
Well,
like,
that's
I
what I'm
expect
saying.
it from, like, Delilah and Dylan because they're still in their early 20s. Like, I want to get, well, like, they're already shaking their heads no.
They're like,
They're
Like, when I was young, I always wanted to get married young.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want to get married when I'm like 20, 22, 23, so I can have my kids. That way, I'm at a good age where I can still, play sports with them or whatever. Now look at me, I don't got no kids. By the time I have a kid and he's 18, I'm gonna be either dead or in a
Wheelchair.
fucking wheelchair like Professor Xavier. Like what the fuck?
I
Maybe
picture
they'll have
you
hover
like
chairs.
the old guy from Family Guy.
Herbert. Where's the muscly arm paper boy? I was watching an episode the other day and he was talking to some kid right on the front steps or whatever, and then a police car comes running. He's like, "Hey, get out of here! I don't know who you are. Go." That was so
Fucking
funny.
Herbert.
Oh, jeez.
don't expect an invite to my wedding. Not gonna happen. I'll let you guys
I
know
mean,
ahead
who
of
knows?
What?
Hey, you know what?
What?
Love is weird, man.
If I met somebody, like I said, I'm 36. I don't want any more kids, so I'm hoping to meet somebody who already has kids. That's one. Two, do I really want the whole fashion show? Again, I'd rather go to like Aruba,
Yeah,
this amazing island, and
yeah. I mean, think about how much money
do
you.
a
How much?
destination wedding.
If I could ask you, John, roughly how much money did you spend on your wedding?
But
It
this
was
how long ago?
relatively cheap.
Yeah,
This
times
was
have
like
changed,
this was like
too.
6-7 years ago, 10 years ago. No, more than that.
Fuck,
You
with
said 10
everything.
years, no?
How many years is it? 10 years?
Yeah,
10 years.
10 and a half.
So how much would you say roughly if you had to put a number on it?
10.
10 grand? 10,
Something
12
like
grand?
that? Yeah.
10, 12 grand. Where can you go with 10, 12 grand? Anywhere, right?
Yeah.
Anywhere you want.
But you can't have a wedding with that now.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, you know what? He had a benefit. I mean, like, you don't have to pay for like a church or anything. 'Cause
Hey,
we
you
all-
have a free church.
I know that I have a free church. I know that I have that.
And you got the priest, the father, what do you call him?
Pastor?
Pastor.
Yes,
Yeah.
I understand that I have all
He's
of
not
that.
going to charge
First of
you.
all, if she's Catholic, there's no way that's going to be allowed.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So we can scratch that. And we're definitely going to have to pay the Roman Catholic Church to marry us. But that's another story. But think about how much money you save. At this point in your life, does it really matter that people have this idea of your
Can
wedding?
I ask you something? You're talking about saving money. Do you not have like a little nest egg saved up for that?
Right now?
Shouldn't you?
For
Yeah.
what? I'm not my plan isn't to get married right now. I mean, yeah, it don't get me wrong. It's there, but it's not there. Does that make sense? Like it's there.
So you're having cold
It's
about
there.
it?
No,
you
no, no.
want to, but you
No,
don't?
it's there. Like, okay, so if it was to continue going forward, right, then I would make a decision, right? If I wanted to do that. I mean, it's always in the back of my head because I grew up religious. So, like, that's always like, yeah, get married, have kids. Like, that's always going to be in the back of my head. But it's not, like, my priority. You know what I'm saying? I think at some point I'm going to get married in the sense of we're going to go to sit to Judge Judy. I swear I was going to say Judge Judy. We're going to go to the
Did
freaking...
she steal something from you?
I don't know. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I'm going to propose and we're going to get married even if it's just through the court. Right? But the wedding thing is like, that's up in the air for me.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That was an amazing way to keep the conversation going, Jonathan.
Yeah. She's going to make you get married in a church.
No one's
and I'm
going
gonna
to make me
laugh.
do anything.
The whole time you're up there, I hope you make
I'm a
eye
man.
contact with me because I'm going to be laughing.
I'm going to be crying like...
Are you going to make John your best man?
That's a good question.
No, he's sore about the last time.
I am sore about the last time.
We'll get over
I'm gonna pick his cousin David, who I haven't seen in
and I
like
hope he
20 years.
farts
Oh
in
my
the middle
God.
of the ceremony.
Don't even say something like that, bro.
His putrid
They should use him.
stink
And
emanating
Ralph would
from...
get butthurt.
You know what they should do? You know what David should be employed as? A way of for people to practice evacuation plans. Like you put them in your company. If you need to practice like a fire drill, you have a throw a fart. Everybody run the fuck out.
Sorry, David.
You think Ralph will get butt hurt?
I think-
Butt
hurt.
Butt
hurt.
hurt.
Yes.
Really? I don't
Isn't
know.
that like your partner in crime, your ride or die?
Well,
That
I've
was
known
your
him.
wingman.
I've known him longer. So
Oh.
I have
Okay,
like
if he wants to do it, he can do it.
I got 3 best friends.
But John doesn't come off like the type of person. He's just like, whatever. It is what it is.
I am.
Listen, everybody has multiple
Ralph
best
is
friends.
bipolar.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
he's a
debated
Gemini.
this. What is he, the Gemini?
Well, I'm a Gemini too. That's what I'm saying. What was that? John?
Huh?
Listen,
Because they make a big
we all have
stink about
multiple.
the zodiac
We all have
signs.
multiple good friends, right? Like mine's are him, Ralphie, and Martin. Martin's one of my best friends too. Between all 3, if I had to make a pick, and this would be the easiest way, I guess, is how I've heard before that you're not supposed to use. No, you're not supposed to use like you're supposed to use single people.
Oh,
I've heard that before. I don't know if you've heard that
I
before.
didn't know that.
Like if you want to,
Usually, if you're married, you don't come out.
you
in
don't come out in
weddings.
weddings.
Oh, okay.
Normally, that's kind of what I've heard. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've heard that before.
very-
So if that's the case, then it eliminates 2 of them. So it would be Ralph because, Martin's dating right now, but by the time I get married, he's probably be married again. So that would scratch him out and scratch Martin out. So Ralphie would be the winner unless he gets married to Sarah.
He gets married to Sarah.
So who knows? We'll cross that bridge when I get there. Maybe I'll just flip a coin. Maybe.
Question is, when are you gonna get there?
I don't know. Don't hold your breath.
What the fuck? You
Don't hold your fucking breath.
Mid-40s.
Bro, step at a
How old are
time,
you?
bro. You know what? Hey, I rather take my fucking time.
I've been going out with this girl
Listen,
for like
shut
20
up.
years. One
Shut up.
step at a time.
I rather take my fucking time and be sure than have to happen what a lot of people, and we know a lot of people what they fucking do in their lives when they're married. We're not gonna say names, but we all know that there's somebody in our relationships or our friends or whatever that are fucking married that are doing dirt.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you something. How long have you been with her?
Well, me and her,
history.
well,
How
we've
long's the
known each other.
history?
We've known each other for years.
That doesn't count.
but we've been off and
together.
on. We've been off and on.
Off and on for
You
how
can
long?
forget about years.
If-
and
if you
start
wanted to
using
put-
decades. 'Cause, I mean,
If you want to put it all together, if you want to put them all together, all the times we've dated and whatever, it's about a decade, about 10 years. But we've never gotten to that point. That's the thing. Something always happens. And listen, I don't want to talk about my relationship.
Can I have some more coquito?
it's the most interesting one.
Can I have some more coquito?
coquito. Hold on. Talk about something, John.
This man has known that girl for, I want to say like 20 years already.
How old are you, Mika?
I'm old.
I'm older than you.
He's about right.
But I'm older than you.
You are older. Listen.
Make it happen.
Am I not trying? Am I not trying?
I don't know
Are
what
me
you're
and, are
doing.
me and her not talking again? Can I get a break here? I'm trying to make this work, and you just want me to jump into a relationship. I'm trying to relax and take it slow.
Yeah,
But
I want
that's
you
a
to
decade of
several
a
decades.
It wasn't
shitload
several
of time
decades.
invested.
Yeah, and you know what? I like our story.
Okay.
You know why? Because I feel like if it does happen, we've gone through so much shit in our lives, me and her, right? It's such a story, and I love that it's like that because there's no surprises between us. Like, we know each other pretty damn well, probably like me and him, you know? But I get what you're saying. Yeah, hurry up. How long are you going to date this girl? I get it.
No, I'm just saying. You're
But-
saying, a step at a time. I mean, if you don't know by now, then what
I
are you
know by
doing?
now, but I want it to be a mutual thing.
So she's not there.
We're not there yet. We're not there together yet. Like we have our ideas and whatever, but we're not at that spot yet. Financially, it could be financially, it could be whatever. We all have our reasonings, right? Like for me, it's probably more financial. You know, look at all this bullshit I'm fucking spending my money on.
And
You
I
think I'm
tell
ready
you,
to freaking?
No, don't do it.
I'm not gonna
And-
move her down here right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So again, there's a lot of things to consider. I don't want to just say you want to marry me and then fuck, I don't have any money. You get what I'm saying? I don't want that.
But it
I
makes
want to
it
be
easier because now you got two incomes instead of one,
So you want me to live off her?
and you get no.
Oh.
You guys do it together.
No, of course I get it, but you have to have a plan. This I think a lot of people go into relationships and marriage very blindly, and that's stupid. That's very stupid.
Yeah.
That's how a lot of marriage. And I'm not saying you can't do it. Like, I'm not saying it's just money, because obviously people can be happy broke, right? There's a lot of people that are married that are broke.
It's hard.
And it's hard, but they find a way. I'm not saying it's impossible.
I wouldn't say they're
but I think you would
happy.
want to be. I think in a great situation, you would want to be somewhat prepared. Somewhat. I don't think you're ever fully prepared. It's like saying, "Are you ready for kids?" You're never ever really ready for kids. You can try your best to be prepared for kids, but you really don't know until you have a kid.
Yeah.
So I can never say I know what it's like to have a kid. I don't know. No idea. And John, anything else?
No, I think I'm good. You're never gonna get married. You're gonna let that
fine.
girl down, and
I'm gonna be on.
That's it.
I'm gonna be on IMO for the rest of my life. Eventually hosting and talking to myself, which I do anyways. Anything else, Mari? Are you feeling good?
She's resentful. She hates men.
No, I
Yeah.
don't.
And she's giving out an aura,
Listen.
and that's messing it up for her.
No, really? Is that how you really see it, John?
I don't know.
Honestly.
I don't know you. I just met you. It
And
could
wait,
be right.
So, and that's the aura you got
people
for me?
falling over here. What's going on?
And
what
that's
type
the
of
aura you
operation?
got for me since you just met me?
No.
Okay.
Hey,
No,
Mari's tough. She's
I'm
capable
not
of smacking you in the face.
I'm not resentful. Listen,
I'm kidding.
I'm not. I just feel like the dating scene or game, it's different from what it was when I was younger.
It is.
You
Of course
just
it is.
gotta weed out the mature.
I'll tell
men
you one thing
from
that did
the,
change.
Where do you even find them?
Hold on. Here's one thing that I've noticed.
I don't know.
Here's one thing that I've noticed. I
Like,
think
can you point me in the right direction?
I got single old cousins that are not deaf?
you're fucked up. Listen, I think another reason that a lot of this stuff happens now with guys moving on and ghosting or whatever, it's got to be social media too, because there's a lot of ways you can
sure.
talk to chicks nowadays.
I'm
You know,
sure.
that didn't exist when we were kids.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now it's so easy to just talk to somebody,
There's Tinder.
and you
Swipe
almost
left, swipe
listen.
right.
Even Facebook itself, like, you have to get rid of that shit, man, because it's so tempting to talk to people just, you know, outside of whatever's going on in your life. Again, We know people that have done
No,
that shit.
I don't blame it completely on social media.
No, I don't either.
I
It's just
think
saying
if
that adds to
and
it.
I'm gonna put it bluntly. I think if you have fuckboy tendencies, you're just a fuckboy. Period. That's all there is.
I could see that, but people can. That depends. Because I mean, I think it. I don't think just because you at one point in your life were that automatically says you're that.
Okay, but
Does that make sense? You get what I'm saying?
back to my story. That guy, his excuse for being
Forget what I said.
fuckboy. His excuse for being a fuckboy is he's damaged. Are you serious?
No, it's
Seriously.
it sounds like a complete garbage
Thank you.
excuse.
And
Oh,
he's
my-
older than me. He's 40.
Yeah.
You like them antiques, huh?
No, you know what? Listen. No, he was.
Those Bronze Age guys,
You know
huh?
you're 7 years away from that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not there yet. We'll get there
He
eventually.
doesn't look 40. I'll tell you that much.
Never mind. I was gonna go a different route, but never mind. All right. Mari, you had a good time.
I did.
John, you're good.
Yeah, I've got a new mission in life
What's that?
to find you a man. We'll get him.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
See, look, I just made a new friend.
There we go.
And I got him to talk more this time.
Cool. All right. So that's gonna be our show for today. Mari, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
John, whatever.
Okay.
Again, like, comment, and subscribe. Thumbs up. This helps. It'll help the video get out there. Share this video. John, share it. Delilah, share it. And yeah, everything we said here is in our opinion, and if you don't agree with it, then I got 3 words for you. Thanks for listening.